Morey calls Pelinka and say, "Yo, I want Anthony Davis. I'll give you Embiid." Who says no?
I'm saying no.
Who? Philly or LA? Who's saying no?
I think
LA.
LA. I think LA is saying no.
No on the deal?
Yeah.
Why?
To be honest, Embiid, when it comes to injury, it's no difference.
Huge
And
difference.
I think Anthony Davis is way better defensively. I think Joel Embiid is not a better basketball player. If you give me both healthy, Joel Embiid is not better than Anthony Davis. And with Joel Embiid, my opinion, I can be wrong. If I'm wrong, I apologize to the young man. He's never in shape. I don't think he takes the game serious. He only cries when he loses. But when it's all fun and games, he's over there laughing, joking, playing around. He got the ugliest cry I ever seen also, too. Oh, my God. Please stop crying, brother.
The goat cry. Yeah.
But Gilbert Arenas said it. He said, yo, I know about guys when they work out. He said his body breaks down in the second round because he works out to where you only going to go but so far. So, for me, I don't think the Lakers do that deal. Now, if he took care of his body, trained, ate healthy, things of that nature, then I can see it. But nah, I don't see the Lakers doing that. I'm sorry, no.
Gilbert Arenas is this like Skip Bayless in a way. Like I don't know what to take seriously from what he says, but things like that they mean the world to me when I hear them. When he says in this era, these guys don't even work out like that. They don't run up and down the stairs in the stadium. All they're doing is running from 3-point line to 3-point line. How much shape do you have to be in? He's in his words, and you know he loves this era. There's no way that this era is in better shape than previously. Can't be, because the way they run. Embiid being one of them. Ain't no way possible if I'm the Lakers. I'm accepting that deal at all.
That's why they highlight Steph so much, because they say Steph runs maybe 3 to 5 miles a game, right? Like within the game.
That's
he
ridiculous.
runs like if they equate it to miles, it's almost like 3 miles a game. You know what I'm saying? And so not every player is, moving without the ball like that. You got a lot of guys that if they're not touching the rock, they sitting in the fucking corner watching the play. Like, so I don't know. I like for me, I like Embiid a little better. I've watched him, and I know OG is talking about, when they lost to Toronto and all of that, but I've watched him over the last few years change his approach. And what I'm saying by that is he ain't a goofy ass nigga like Dwight Howard anymore. Like he ain't running out there trying to have fun, talk shit, all of that. From my vantage point, I'm watching a dude approach the game a lot more serious. Now, I would love to see him in pristine shape. Like you said, OG. Like he's just not a guy that looks like he's in tip-top shape when he comes into the season, right? Like he looks like he could drop an easy 20 and it'll be like he dropped 15 and he might be a different player. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think it's the same, but knowing LA, I would just imagine they would try to explore that or something else. They're not gonna go forward without trying to replace that position once his contract is up, once his deal's up, whatever.
And AD's been accused of that also, of not being in shape. And because I'm trying to, you just ran through the list of names of Laker greats, centers. I don't even know if you mentioned Shaq.
I did say Shaq.
I don't know if you did. You did? Okay, well, he's the guy I remember, and we always bring it up. Not in shape. Got hurt, had surgery in October, right before the season started. But Embiid and Anthony Davis are not in this class.
Fabian, when Shaq came to LA, do you see who Shaq was in Orlando?
Right.
Embiid was never that.
Right. But that's my point.
Shaq
that's the guy.
Shaq being overweight and not healthy is better than fully healthy Embiid.
No, I don't.
Yes, it is.
No.
I'm wrong.
Shaq overweight?
Hold on, Dom. No. It took me a second. I had to think about it for a second. All right, I'm wrong.
LA Shaq.
Listen, any Lakers Shaq is better than
Thank
Embiid
you.
To me.
That's all.
That's not true.
I'm not
Yeah, I
talking
don't
about.
agree.
How is that not
Hold
true?
on, y'all. Hold on,
No.
hold on. I'm not talking about Boston, Cleveland, Phoenix. I'm not doing that.
No, he said
Me
any
either.
LA Shaq, any version of LA Shaq. So that 03-04 version of Shaq, Embiid is got smoke for him.
I don't
Listen.
know though. This guy's averaged like 25 and 12 in the finals against Ben Wallace. Like, yeah, he got gassed towards the end and he wasn't as good as before, but he's still in the finals. Ben Wallace,
Right, and
like,
I'm
this
cool,
dude,
and
Embiid was
I'm
getting
cool.
locked
I'm
up by
cool
Al
with taking
Horford.
Embiid against that.
That's
Shaq.
hold on. Wait.
Shaq's
That's
throwing
not out of shape Shaq in the NBA Finals, bro. That's
But
not
then
out of shape Shaq. What are we talking
Then what
about?
is out of shape Shaq? Because with the Lakers,
In the
they're
That
going
is
to the second
that
round
is out
every
of
year.
shape Shaq. That entire
No,
year,
it's not.
Shaq was shit. That
That
entire
okay,
season.
but
if
by
the
the time you get to the
27 and 12
NBA,
against Ben Wallace, I'll be shit any day of the week.
Now that's great.
That-
That's great.
that might
But
be
if that 27 and 12 is in terms of the most dominant player we've ever seen, I'll take Embiid at his peak against that 03, 04, 20 and 27 and 12 Shaq. I'll take my chances.
Embiid will get demolished.
Yeah, I'm
Dude,
not rolling.
I just don't think-
I'm not rolling.
Go ahead.
I just don't think Embiid has any business being out of shape. That's the point. Like we've seen Shaq get out of shape, have surgery, and then get into shape. My point of bringing him up was he can do whatever he wants to do. That dude was built differently. Embiid is not built like that. Shaq came to the league #1 pick, breaking rims down off the backboard. Who like not for nothing, Embiid, like you said, cry. That's what he's known for, is crying, always falling on somebody. He's damn near as dangerous on that court as Draymond Green, the way he falls on everybody. Like Joel Embiid has no business getting away with all this murder that he be pulling off. He hasn't won, doesn't get out of the second round, none of that. He's a big loser, not for nothing.
Whoa.
No disrespect.
Yeah,
It just is what it is.
You
can't
niggas are fucking nuts.
So hold on, so
like
Flea,
Joel
so
Embiid is one of the most talented guys in the league. Like
So
it's
Flea,
hands
all right,
down.
Okay.
So Flea, let me ask you a
Talent.
question. Anthony Davis, New Orleans Pelicans, up till now, who you taking, him or Embiid?
No, I'll take
You said
Davis.
Pellet. You said
Right,
without
Right.
no
saying-
Laker time, just from rookie his time in New Orleans.
Right.
Oh, never.
Oh, that's tough. That's tough.
I'd probably say Embiid, but he had more help. But
I
we've
would
seen
probably
more from him because of
say, whew, that's what disappointed me. That's why I'm off or kind of low on Anthony Davis, because I know what I saw in New Orleans for 7 years. I know what I saw. So that's tough. I'll probably go Anthony Davis. I'm not gonna lie. I'll probably go Anthony Davis.
So I mean, so my point by asking that is saying, yes, Embiid is great, but you got to remember when we talk Anthony Davis, we see what he can do healthy, man, and we see what Embiid can do healthy. Embiid not getting you past the second round.
Have we ever seen Anthony Davis do anything, make a deep run in the playoffs without Braun?
No.
Okay, I give you that, but can we also agree Anthony Davis never had the crew that Embiid ever had?
Yep.
Embiid had Jimmy Butler. Embiid got James Harden. I'm just being real.
He's
exactly
had
what I
guys.
just said.
Like we act like Ben Simmons wasn't a all-star,
Right,
NBA guy, right?
I apologize. When Ben Simmons was there, he was an all-star. So I don't think Anthony Davis and the Pelicans had nowhere near the team Joel Embiid had.
You're right about that.
Well, he had Drew Holiday.
When he had Boogie and Rondo.
But Boogie
never
Boogie
Drew
got
Holiday.
hurt. But remember, him and
Never played
Boogie
a
was
playoff
crazy.
game with him.
It just
Right.
he got hurt.
Right.
But we
It wasn't
seen
even
what
that
that was
crazy.
about
They
to
were like
turn
a 500
into.
team.
And that Drew Holiday back then was nowhere near the Drew Holiday now.
No, he wasn't.
I wouldn't say that.
Off.
No, Drew Holiday was ill back then. He was still.
He and Rondo destroyed CJ and Dame. That was embarrassing.
Hold on.
Thank you.
Hold on. Embiid had in his prime, he had Jimmy Butler in his prime. He has James Harden. He had Ben Simmons in his prime. He had, I never liked Doc Rivers, but he had to other people, good coach. Always had a solid crew. Got Maxey, Tobias, like PJ.
He's
Tucker.
had more talent, no doubt.
They gave him everything that you can give a player. Got shooters. So, like I said, this is no knock on Joel Embiid. I'm not saying he's not great. I'm just saying, to answer your initial question, Fleet, if I'm the Lakers, if I'm the GM, I'm not trading for Joel Embiid for Anthony Davis. I would rather try. If I'm me, I would try to get a decent big man. Let's just say like a Gilbert Arenas or something like that, and I would try to get a package with that. No, you ain't let me finish. I would try to get a shooter and maybe like a 3-and-D guy. I would rather do that.
I was in the lane of the Lakers always needing that big, right? So that's what I was saying, OG. Like the Lakers always needing that big that is an all-star, that is polarizing, all of that type of shit, right? And they always find a way to replace that big. However long it takes. But I would be interested to see how they, what they do with Anthony Davis.
But I think what you're saying, Flea, I think why it has credence to it is because what Fish is saying. We really talking about two guys with serious questions in their motivation for the game. And that's true. Anthony Davis' motivation for the game is questioned, and that's why they're like, which one would I have? Like, don't get me wrong, I'd rather have AD with his upside. I think his defense, nobody in the league is touching him. But Fish is right. The only reason why this is even an argument is because which one of y'all really do want to play basketball?
Right. I got
that's a fact.
But you know what? Fact. But you know what? Like, I don't even like. I hear that, and that's cool. And from our vantage point, sometimes it does come off like that. But like, we gotta be real. These niggas, they playing in the best league in the world, like best league in the world, with a job that is like 450 of them out there in the world. That's like a small, very, very small. We grew up. We know how what it is. Those numbers that they used to say back in the day. You got like a 0.00001 chance of getting drafted to the NBA, right? Like, I know that there's guys that don't love the game, but we're talking about two guys that are the best of the best. Like you said, the cream of the crop at their position, at this game, and we questioning if they like motivated, they love the game. For me, I don't jump out there like that, you know what I'm saying? Because I know how passionate I am about the game of basketball, and I ain't half as good as those two guys. So I feel what Fish is saying, but I just want to highlight sometimes that these guys get a bad rap for not being emotional and not showing what we want to accept as, okay, he loves the game. How do we know Marcus Smart loves the game more than we know Joel Embiid loves the game?
Well, I'd say Marcus. I don't know. Actually, that I don't know, but I will say that Marcus Smart definitely exudes more enthusiasm and hustle to the cause.
And that's what I'm saying. Enthusiasm and hustle.
Actually, no. Embiid is pretty enthusiastic about the Sixers. I'm not gonna lie, but hustle for sure, Smart. But you can say that about Smart over 90% of the league. He hustles more.
Right. That might have been a bad example, but y'all know what I'm saying though, right?
I think Embiid. I agree with you because I think Embiid can come off more entertaining, but that does not mean he cares about playing more than he does entertain. So I'm with you, Flea. How can you tell? Because Embiid putting on a little bit of an act. At the very least, he's doing that to fool you, if anything. But we see it for Gilbert Arenas to make that comment. Yo, we don't think you're in shape. Like these are the whispers. Like you getting hurt again. Yo, you keep leg dropping people on under the basket again. Like, what are you really doing out there? This is crazy. So but Flea, that's a great point. You can't tell who the hell really cares. Like what? Like that comment sometimes gets out of hand.
I disagree. I think and that could be a topic for another show. But I think at times.
But stay right here. I like where we at right here. Stay right here.
Well, I think at times you can tell who cares and who not. And we can segue right into who I'm about to say. James Harden.
Okay.